How's it going, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Ruffle Rowlet, and welcome back to a brand new video. Today, we have massive information that I think you guys will enjoy, so let's get started. First things first is right here on the screen. This is from Sifu Press. Now, Sifu Poke Press, this is a kind of website, I would almost say, or a blog that's ran by someone who has more information that somebody like myself would have. Basically, it's a not official account, I would say, but it is a well-known, website that posts information about Pokemon mainly. And guess what? These guys came out with an interesting post here saying that Nintendo Direct Mini will be broadcasted tomorrow, which is today, later today. Remember, I'll be streaming it at the 28th of Tuesday at 22:00 Japanese time, and will be about 25 minutes long. He says, past Nindai announcements. So past Nintendo Direct announcements information only are available below, and it's on the link. Now, what is he talking about here? Well, if you go over to Sifu's actual website, you'll be seeing what, they're referring to here. Because, see, they actually post about all the official stuff. If there's anything official Pokemon related, they make info about it. So just know they wouldn't post something unless there is, some value behind what they're saying. And they're basically claiming here that there will be Pokemon Scarlet and Violet most likely info tomorrow. Here's what it said. Pokemon Scarlet Violet new information, Nintendo Direct Mini forecast. So this is just them kind of predicting stuff at to start with. The latest work, Scarlet and Violet, is expected to be announced at Nintendo Direct as new information on Pokemon's, and here's some past examples of Nintendo Direct Minis. So basically, as an example, Pokemon Scarlet Violet Nintendo Direct Mini forecast, broadcast June 28th, you already know that, 25 minutes long. It is a Nintendo Direct Mini with software maker lineup, which basically just means like partner lineup, because this Direct is mainly focused on partner games. That's why it's a mini Direct and not a regular Direct. But in the Mini of 2020, this is the interesting info right here. In the Mini Direct of 2020, there was information on the latest information of the Isle of Armor, okay? Now it says Isolated Island of Armor, but you get what I'm trying to say. The Isle of Armor DLC got info during the 2020 Mini Direct, which is interesting, and information on lifting of the ban of certain characteristics of the Galarian, I guess, Pokemon or whatever, not the software maker lineup, but we'll see if that's going to be similar here, because this is a Mini Direct, as mentioned, okay? There is, this is, at the end of the day, a Mini Direct, which is a bit different. Nintendo Direct is a place where Nintendo sends out new works and new information, and releases about 10 to 20 minutes of video, also known as Nindai for short. Now, new information is always released in June, but here's what, again, Sifu said here, which is, past Nintendo announcements, right? So past ones may have had some stuff. Of course, past Nintendo Directs did have stuff, for example, with the DLC, that especially did have information. But Pokemon, as we've mentioned, likes to keep their info separate from other people. They like to just not be alongside others. They like to be doing things on their own, outside of the realm of being bothered by other, other Nintendo, products, so to say. But it continues on and says, the software maker lineup, there's a tendency that there are many announcements other than Nintendo software. So there's a possibility that Pokemon will not be announced, which I think is still the case. I don't think we're going to see it today during this Direct, okay? I don't think we're going to see it during this time. What I think we're going to see, more or less, is going to be nothing there, and then on Wednesday we might get some info, which also isn't guaranteed, but that's more the way I'm looking at it. So here's what they're saying they might expect there, which is local name of Scarlet and Violet, so the actual region name, new regional forms, so how like Galarian forms existed, Eevee evolution, which I don't know what Jim's system is, open world details, and new battle system like Dynamax, so they're talking about the gimmick, and past Pokemon information is as follows. For example, Pokemon Snap was in 2021 on the 24th of September, I think, right there. Unless I'm wrong, but I think that's what it is. And then here was March, or a Mini Direct. Latest information on Isle of Armor came out, which is interesting. So this was a Mini Direct that happened in. Nintendo Direct Mini software maker lineup. This one had nothing in 2020 as well. And then they also had another one, I guess, here that showed curry elements and a bunch of other stuff in 2019. So, ladies and gentlemen, what do you think about that? Then the Pokemon Presents, of course, always showcase Pokemon stuff, which is not that crazy. And then regular Directs, we had specifically in 2020 on Thursday, we had the, Gigantamax of the 3 starter Pokemon, I think is what it's saying here. And then the legendary Pokemon as well. happening as well, or like something along those lines. So what do you guys think about all this? Let me know in the comment section down below, because I want your thoughts and opinions, ladies and gentlemen. There's a lot that can be said here. And even Kelios, who is a website runner who runs Pokedex, I think the webmaster of that, said oops when it came to the Nintendo Direct Mini, but then added on top of that saying, on the other hand, it's weird that it's tomorrow. Maybe Pokemon news on Wednesday would avoid being in conflict. Now, why does he say this? Because usually Nintendo Directs are on Wednesdays, okay? They're announced on Tuesdays for Wednesdays, or even Wednesdays for Thursdays. But usually, you know, a Monday for Tuesday announcement isn't very common. It's not something they often do. It's less likely, to put it in layman's terms, right? It is less likely to happen. It is less possible, if you want to put it that way. Okay, that's kind of what I'm trying to get to. It is not as, you know, casual of them to do that. So I want to know what you guys think about all this in the comment section down below, your thoughts and opinions. Moving on to the next thing, which is this right here. So this was posted, I think, on 4chan, and this was shared further by Blaze Incineroar, who posted about this, and I made my own post just saying, you know, what do you guys think about this? Because so far, this is kind of the best looking fake I think we've had, just in general. I mean, just the way it looks, it's kind of hard, because even Blaze Incineroar wasn't able, which, by the way, if you do not know who that is, he is a kind of leak aggregator. He takes all leaks and kind of puts them in one place. But here's the thing. Nobody's been able to find where this location is in the game, okay? Nobody's been able to find out where in the game is this, like where in the game is this located, right? Where is this Cherubi form, right? This Scarlet Violet Cherubi form, because nobody's been able to figure that out. That's the biggest issue, to, like, you know, to basically remove this image from the realm of possibility, right? Because right now it can be possible. Sure, it's most likely fake, let's be real, but the one slim chance it isn't, you know, fake, still exists there because of the lack of it being able to be sort of, you know, I guess falsified already. Like, you know, like, it's just because we have no way to prove where the background is from. That's kind of the biggest issue, is where is this background from? If we figured that out, then everything is much easier. But again, most people so far have been saying it's fake, but it looks cool, which I agree with. However, we'll have to wait and see. The next one, which is pretty obviously fake, I mean, I don't even know if I have to explain this one, but yes, we know that there's supposed to be a brand new coin Pokemon. That's something we already figured out from Riddler Khu, which is a leaker. We figured out from his information there's supposed to be a brand new coin Pokemon. However, I'm pretty sure it's not the Pokemon, you know, Pokemon money icon with a coin that has a literal Pringles can mustache. I'm pretty sure that isn't what it's going to be looking like. I'm getting a hella Pringles can from this one vibes. So that's all I'm going to say on that one, lads. Let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below on that one. Moving on to the next thing, which is this right here. Specifically, again, we talked about this before, but this is kind of what we figured out about from Khu, what the Pokedex will be in terms of size for these games, right? In terms of how many Pokemon will be in there, what we'll be working with. It's kind of been almost figured out here by counting the blocks that are in there. And I know that specifically Delta has been kind of going through this and trying to, like, kind of give their thoughts and opinions on it. But again, so far we don't really have much of an explanation on this thing. We just know that the Elite Four is back. That's one example. We know that there's like teasers for gym leaders in there, and that there's going to be a new puppy Pokemon. That's mostly all we really have here. It's not really much else that we can say about this. So whatever you guys think, let us know in the comment section down below what your thoughts are on that. And interestingly enough, Delta says that maybe like the you know, the Elite Four are all in the different towers up there, as you guys can see, which I don't know if that's going to be the case, but we'll have to wait and see how that turns out, ladies and gents. But that's going to be it for that. Let's move on to the next thing, which is a big one from Soul Silver Art, our Mandem, our local leak analyst who breaks down all things from Riddler Khu, who says big potential spoilers. Others have done this too, but here are my personal recaps of all Khu's Scarlet and Violet riddles with some of my own personal speculation. Some things may be wrong, but I'm pretty confident on most of it. See if you can find new things I've realized from recent riddles. Now, here's what he has. So basically, what we have from the riddles here is, number one on the top is Sprigatito evolving into a feminine Pokemon that stands on two legs. So a la kind of like, you know, I guess Fennekin and Delphox, right? Then Fuecoco, we just know that it's going to be, and also we know the typings there because he included the little emojis, right? So we do know that it's going to be Grass Dark for Sprigatito's final Evo, and Fire Ghost for Fuecoco's. As for its design, we're kind of unsure about that. Then we know Quaxley is the one we know least about, and the one that's going to be most likely water fighting based on the information we received. Then we know there's going to be an evolutionary bug line that's going to be similar to kind of a dung beetle of sorts. Then we also know that our little piggy boy is going to be evolving into what looks to be almost a flying pig, okay? Something similar to that, but it's going to be a white pig, kind of like, you know, putting makeup on a pig type of deal. So that's what we know about that one. The next thing is right here, which is Smoliv, which we think is gonna have almost like an angelic, almost, I guess, like involving into. I don't really know how to describe it, but kind of like if you think of a like Gladiator-esque type thing, maybe something along those lines. We'll have to wait and see. Palmy, we don't really know. Maybe it's going to be electric fighting type evolution, and that's going to be only one thing. Then there's going to be a cool fish Pokemon, which has been confirmed to us by Riddler Khu, but he didn't tell us what it was going to exactly look like. He just said it's going to be cool. So here's a design by Souls Region. So shout out to that. Souls Region on Twitter. There you go. And it might have an evolution as well. Then we have another bug line, which is going to evolve into what seems to be, I'm not sure, I don't think that's a B, perhaps? I don't really know exactly what it is, but it does look disturbing, though. We got that. And then also we have the coin Pokemon, which I mentioned earlier. So the coin Pokemon is the one that we know, I think, the most about, because it's been given most of information about it has been provided to us. So I don't know, what do you guys think about this? Like, I'm really curious to know what you guys' thoughts are, because we do expect it to evolve into some kind of a mimic, right? So a living chest that eats other, things. And then we have this, which is a bug line with the middle stage here, or sorry, the final evo of it being somehow similar to, I guess, I was gonna say Cayman Rider. I don't even know exactly what that is, but some kind of bug, almost fighting type in this case. Then a Pokemon that here is described as Hardcore Queen, which, by the way, Riddler Khu came out and actually posted something about this today, which I want to show you, lads, which is a little bit vulgar, I'm not gonna lie. So he posted this, and it's a little bit vulgar. And he also said this: only children make choices, adults gonna get them all. Don't you have friends to trade with you? So I don't know. No, he's just kind of, again, mocking people there. But here he says that, yeah, it's gonna be like this one right here. The Hardcore Queen one is gonna be quite something, okay? But I guess we'll have to wait and see how that turns out. Then we have a frog electric looking psychic thing that we already talked about previously in a few posts. So some kind of electric frog, possibly. We'll have to wait and see how that turns out. And then another Husbando Pokemon, which is gonna be, again, more male looking design. And then Husbando 2, which again is gonna be a very bulky male looking design. So those are the ones we have there. And I think we finish it off with this right here. Of course, Dunsparce's brand new evolution, possibly going to be happening. Regional form of Wooper, so that's one which we don't know exactly what that's going to be like exactly. So regional evo or whatever. A new, I guess, lolly Pokemon of sorts, which is going to be something. Then we have regional forms for Tauros, which are most likely happening, and then these special new forms, these fake forms, if you want to call them that, of Dugtrio, Diglett and Dugtrio in this case, right? Which we think is going to be happening again because Riddler Khu has been more or less confirming this in previous posts. So that's kind of what we're taking that information. You guys' thoughts and opinions would be appreciated, of course, and just to hear what you guys have to say about this. But for now, that is all I have to say about that. What you guys think, let me know. And yeah, I don't know. That's pretty much that on that one. So let's move on down here and see if there's anything we have missed. So question mark X are my attempts at guessing which are 1 or 2 or 3 stage lines. X equals no evo, and question mark is I'm not sure. With this, you can count around how many new Pokemon we have, maybe 60 plus with my guessing so far. Here's the last few and ones still unknown. I may also add my realistic expectation list too. So here's what he has. So object Pokemon number 2, so we know there's one of those. A rock Pokemon, which we know there's one of those. A puppy Pokemon, which we know there's one of those. And a third legendary, which we know there's going to definitely be another one. Unknown. Works in progress, so possibly could be related to a Bugline 4 or a third like Husbando male-ish looking Pokemon. Less than Waifu 4, but more than 1. So and then more puppy Pokemon, multiple poison types, at least 2 possibly. So again, anything's possible. So this is like just the first of the leak season for me, fam, and I just realized still I didn't add the details about Koraidon Miraidon because they feel like common knowledge at this point. But yes, Dragon Fighting and Dragon Electric for Miraidon and Koraidon. Just keep that in mind. So that's that. Let's move on to the final thing, which is from Eclipse, which is also a Riddler. And he's more 50-50. He's been more correct with his info in last while now. Last year, I think he did have a few slip-ups in terms of info. But this is what he said, though, which is, I mean, what are the chances? Spin-off? Question mark, question mark, question mark. And I think in this case, he's referring to the Nintendo Direct happening today, and somebody says, do you happen to know about a presents or a trailer? And he says, I'm talking about tomorrow. And he says, oh, okay. And then they say, if it's a partner showcase, they'll probably talk about Atlas, Sega games, rather than the main Nintendo ones. Don't expect anything tomorrow, to be honest. And then, yeah, I mean, it is quite interesting. So here's what he said. Check out the differences, by the way. So this was posted in 2020. We'll be debuting the first Nintendo Direct Mini Partner Showcase, a series focused on titles from our development and publishing partners. We'll share a few updates on a small group of previously announced Nintendo Switch games. Check out the full video release at 7 a.m. Which, fair enough, okay? Fair enough. But everything is always possible. You never know. There could be info again on Wednesday. That's when I'm expecting it still. And if it doesn't happen, I'll be quite disappointed in you, Nintendo, but we'll have to wait and see how that actually pans out and turns out. But what do you guys think about a spin-off? A spin-off, in my opinion, would be actually pretty sick to have another one, because I do not mind the spin-offs. I think they're nice, and if it's a good spin-off, then I'm all on board, okay? I'm all on board for a good spin-off. Shit, even a good spin-off, a remake would be nice right about now. Pokemon Stadium. Just give us Pokemon Stadium 3, dude. Like, just give it to us, okay? Or Pokemon Battle Revolution 2. Or, I don't know, remake of XD Gale of Darkness. I don't know, whatever, okay? Colosseum, remake that. Just give us something, okay? Just give us something. You can easily do it. A remake is not as difficult to make as a brand new game, and they know it, and they can do it. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to be pretty much it for today's video. If you guys did enjoy it, drop a like down below. Thank you for watching. My name is Riddler Khu. I'll be seeing you all in the next one. Peace out, and bye-bye, ladies and gentlemen.